It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Indiana's offense will have the first possession of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Speedy. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this. Breaks into the open. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the Big House. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Quarterback running on the draw. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. To the ground with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off play action on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
And And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 11th play of this opening drive coming up, but this one a 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time today. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Underwood. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morgan. Turning it on. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Stanford managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Palo Alto for some time, no matter the final score. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this range. Is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The sure hands, it's Moore. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? They punt it away on fourth down. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Plows through the defense. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Underwood. That's caught, it's Smothers. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He'll pull it on the read. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Now the play fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He'll sneak it. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
On the run, it's Smothers. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Morgan. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll send out the kicker here. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic. On
the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Got a man. It's Bond. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Gives it on the option. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Cooper. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Dampier. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Dampier. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And the Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Underwood. It's complete on the right side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. Looking for a big gain. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Here's the handoff. Nice move to pick up yardage. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. Good, right down the This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Using his legs, it smothers. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They'll try the toss to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the 2nd half.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The give to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Flanagan. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. With the catch, it's Bond. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll run the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's reeled in. It's Chandler. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Dampier. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. That flat, whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Russell. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. The option look. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Calls his own number. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Hoosiers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, give on the inside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Becker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. That's caught. It's Chandler. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his man in the middle. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Looking to throw again. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on third and goal? Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Breaks into the open. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's got it and still on his feet. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score. Things a little more comfortable after that score, and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Indiana, 13.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Makes the catch. It's Dampier.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint,
They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. It's Chandler. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Hoosiers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Becker. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Becker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it in. It's Hollins. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. And the Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They get to the line quickly. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Pulls it in. It's Chandler. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack. Set him back, but they'll go for it here. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.